you are going to copy down what I have written up here. So on your exponent laws, you don't have to do them in color. Remember, Coach Williams color codes everything. Y'all don't have to, okay? Remember, product of powers means you're adding your exponents. And if you want to just say add x, that's fine, or whatever you need to do. You could just put an addition sign. On quotient, you're going to subtract your exponents. On power of a power, you're going to multiply your exponents. Rational exponent. This is how I remember it. B-O-N-T-I. Okay? Body. Okay? The bottom number goes to the outside of the root. The top number stays inside. So, N goes to the outside of the root because it was bottom. Body. B-O. And then the top goes to the inside of the root. Body. Bottom goes outside, top goes inside. We okay with that? And then the last one, negative exponents, we're not allowed to be sad. So if they're sad on top, where do we move them? To the bottom. If they're sad on bottom, we move them to the top. Okay, we're going to do one example from here. Y'all get to pick. Which one do you want to do? Top left? Top left? Perfect. The only hint I will give you, since we're not going to do the rest, this is a power that's on the outside. That means I have to distribute it to everybody inside. Power to power, I what? Multiply. Okay, so there's your hint on that one. Then this bottom one says the side of a square is represented by the expression 49x6, y10. That's one side of a square. And it's not supposed to say the side of a square. It's supposed to say the area. So if you need to fix that, fix that. The area of a square is this. Find the length of each side. Well, what would you do? You divide it. Or a square is a perfect square. So couldn't you just figure out what breaks down 49 and 49? 7 and 7. What breaks down x6? X and x. But you add your exponents. So which ones are the perfect squares here? x3, x3. What's your perfect square on y10? So what's one side? 7, x3, y5. Pretty easy? Okay, this one is really simple. Always take care of what numbers first? Your big numbers first. Okay? What is 4 times 7? 28. Now we've got an x times an x. Go look at your exponent laws. When you're multiplying them together, you add the exponents. So I've got 1x here plus 2 more x's. So what is that? X cubed. I've got 9y's and 12y's. What does that give me? Good. And then I've got a negative 3 and a positive 3. So z to the power of 0? We remember that? What's the power of 0 mean? Jeb, wake up, bud. What's the power of 0 do? Changes it to a 1. Okay? Remember, if you need to check that in your calculator, raise anything to the power of 0, it's always going to give you 1. So, do I need to worry about that guy anymore? No, don't write it. Let's look at the bottom. 12, x6, y4, z what? Negative 2. So now I'm doing what? I'm not multiplying anymore, I'm dividing. You always do the same thing with your big numbers. So 28 divided by 12. 28 divided by 12, math enter. What is it?
2.3.
Math enter.
Oh.
7 over 3? Okay, so we'll keep that like that. Started as a fraction, it's probably going to end as a fraction. Now, when you're dividing exponents, you look for the bigger exponent, and that's where you start. Which one's bigger, 6 or 3? 6. So I'm going to say 6 minus 3 gives me 3, and you stay with the bigger number. So my x6 was bigger on bottom. That's where my x's stay. We okay with that? Okay, which one's bigger, 21 or 4? So my y stays on top, and then I say 21 minus 4. Say it with confidence. 17. The last thing I have is z to the what? That's a negative exponent. Is it happy? No. So where does he need to go? So if I move him up top, it takes away the negative. And there's my answer. We okay with that?